Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up, shoved it up. It got shoved, right?
Let's go kick some ass.
All right, welcome back, Spartan Savants fans. It is, of course, Willie. After a slight hiatus, we're happy to be back with all of you. I'm, of course, joined by Travis Tyler and Nick Homberg, my two esteemed Spartan colleagues. Travis, how are we tonight?
You know, I'm at the beginning of a downward spiral of epic proportions here. So thank God we got some basketball and some stuff to talk about because it has not been a good last couple days.
All right, well, just let the listeners take that
Yeah,
for
let it
what
flow.
they may,
Hey.
and we'll just leave that alone
You know what
for
they
now.
say.
Unfiltered. Yeah.
You know what they
Yeah,
say.
okay.
Downward spirals.
You-
Hey, they're not upwards.
That's not the right direction. Nikki, how about you?
Pretty good.
What a hell of a start. Oh, Nikki, how we doing?
You know, I'm good. MSU's in the tournament. Not much of a downward spiral for me yet. Not yet.
Good.
When MSU's playing at work, that could be a little dicey, but you know.
Yeah, coming off a stretch of MSU games at work. The last two Big Ten tournament games were at noon while we were working, and then we'll get the first tournament game. Hopefully not the last. That brings us in. We got a whole range of topics to talk about today. We'll recap the regular season a little bit, shut the door on that, talk about what this team can do to improve in March. We'll preview the Mississippi State game, Michigan State's first round opponent. We'll talk about some predictions we have for Michigan State for March. Then we'll get into a Miss the Vis segment, and then we will fill out a Spartan Savants bracket. So starting with that first topic, regular season recap. Again, want to shut the door on this thing. I think that I speak for everyone when I say it's glad it's over with. Trav, as we transition into March, give me your final thoughts here on the 2023-24 Michigan State Spartans in terms of the regular season.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of said it. Thank God it's over with. I mean, start the season ranked number 4, immediately lose to James Madison, which is in the tournament, won 31 games. But at that point, you're just thinking, go with the downward spiral theme. It's going down, and there's no stop there. They're right there. We get a couple good wins, but for the most part, the entire season it was just a bunch of underachieving, no defense. I mean, we were negative, not no defense, but no toughness. We were always, we called ourselves out for being so negative towards the team on basically every episode. But I mean, that's the way they were playing. They were soft. They couldn't make shots. They were getting out rebounded. It wasn't the way we were used to seeing played. They played a little bit better the second half of the season, but they still just didn't live up to expectations at all, and never found that real vocal leader on the floor, and never really found a good center rotation till maybe the last couple games.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Nikki, any additional thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, it was just the gift that keeps on giving this year. Every game, it's like, oh, okay, well, it can't get worse than this. And it just seems like we couldn't win games. We were allergic to winning. Thank God we won that Minnesota game in between now and the last time we spoke. That was at least something. Yeah, I guess a lot can be forgiven in March. So let's just keep it at that. Let's move on. We're 0-0. The real season starts now.
Yeah, I would second everything you guys just said. Super underwhelming season. Really just for a while there, I think they won like 6 or 7 in a row, or 7 out of 8 or 7 out of 9, whatever it was. And that's kind of when I felt like maybe we were being harsh on them, but then they kind of showed their true colors and lost 4 or 5 in a row. It's one of those seasons you definitely want to forget. Came in preseason number 4, like you mentioned, Travis, and then really just never looked like that team. And you have to wonder where the where the analysts got it wrong with that. I mean, I probably thought that Xavier Booker was going to be more impactful than he was, and maybe didn't understand the glaring hole at the 5 spot. And I think we've talked about it, but there's not probably 90% of the players, the impact players in the team, did not progress from last year to this year. Tyson Walker at times, he was Tyson Walker. Like there's not a lot of progression that really needed to happen there. But even, he with the injury, he kind of was lackluster for a little bit for a stretch there. Hogarth we've talked about, Akins we've talked about, that just never really showed up or really got into where we thought they would be. Some bright spots. Holloman, I thought, had a great year. Definitely hoping that he sticks around. And then Jeremy Fears, obviously we saw what he can do and what he can be for this team. It was sad what happened to him. Hopefully he'll bounce back strong next year. But definitely a season that I think we're all ready to close the books on as we start the main season here, the main course.
The main event
in March. So with that, the Spartans are coming in as a 9 seed. A little bit of a nervous Sunday, selection Sunday for the Spartans fans. I think probably the most nervous we've been in a while. Not probably, definitely. Got a little dicey there once all the play-in games were decided, and we were in that going down that last bracket. And we snuck in at the 9. I think I was less nervous than others, but I don't think it's a terrible draw. The 1 seed being North Carolina in our region. It's not terrible. Definitely a tough matchup to start with Mississippi State, and we'll get into that. But overall, happy we're in, and the streak of 26 straight tournaments continues. So with that, we'll start with the preview of our first opponent, Mississippi State. Hopefully, our not our last opponent. They're coming as the 8th seed. I don't know what their overall record was, but Vis, why don't you give us your thoughts on the Mississippi State team that Michigan State will take on in the first round on Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know a ton because I haven't watched a lot of them, but they do have 2 very good scorers. One of them averages 17 a game, another one averages 15. I believe they have 3 top 10 wins this year. At least were top 10 at the time. They beat Auburn, Tennessee, and I think they beat Kentucky once. So they have some big, like us, they've beaten some teams, but they were in what I guess would be a tougher conference just because they had more ranked teams in that conference throughout the entire year. But I mean, there's, I'd say not a ton to say about it. I mean, they're good enough to beat us, but we're also good enough to beat them. It's one of those situations.
It seems like a lot of teams this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that seems like every team we've played, honestly.
Yeah, one thing I've saw is that I've seen that it's going to be just a good old fashioned hard hat, lunch pail, basketball game.
Yep.
Rock fight.
That's the kind of game I would expect. Yeah, something like that.
We've had a lot of those this year.
Too many.
Yeah. We don't run the half court offense very well in those games either. So
I did see, looks like they're a very bad 3-point shooting team, which that bodes well, but it does also seem like the classic case where like a bench player will go off for like 25 points against us and just go like 7 for 7.
You mean the script? Like what are we doing?
Yeah. Some of the notes that I saw about them were below average 3-point shooting team, which I think Nikki hit the nail on the head. That lends itself to us not guarding the 3 very well, and then someone just goes like 5 for 5 that we didn't have on the scouting report or something like that. They turned the ball over quite a bit. I think it said 1 out of every 5 possessions almost was a turnover, which
good.
That could be really good for us.
Yeah.
Great offensive rebounding team. Not good for us.
No.
They get fouled a lot, but they're not the best free throw shooting team. And then very solid defensively, which Nick, you pointed out to kind of just being a knockdown drag out game, which the Spartans are not unfamiliar with at this point. We've had quite a few of those going into this, some even recently. I do think that I'm encouraged coming out of that Purdue game. I know it was a loss, but I felt better about how we played in that game going to the tournament. It gave me a little bit of hope. I mean, Purdue's a number 1 seed. They have just as good a chance to win as any of the other 1 seeds. And we took them to the last possession essentially. And, you could talk about how that game was officiated. I didn't think it was officiated very well. In fact, it was officiated very poorly, in my opinion. I think a lot of Purdue games are. But Michigan State shot the ball awfully, like just terribly in that game. And if a couple shots go in, I think it's a different game. And Michigan State easily could have won. So I think, Tyson Walker seems to be playing a lot better. He looks like the Tyson Walker of last year. It looks like they've got the rotations down somewhat here heading into March, which is good, which is a good sign. Which depends on, which team we get. I mean, I think what we've been doing with Sissoko, just playing him as little as possible, has been ideal. But
Or Booker.
have Carson Cooper and Booker and Kohler pick up the slack, and Kohler and Cooper look a little better. Booker certainly looks a lot better. So
I have a
hopefully that
crazy thing to say.
Let's hear it.
I feel like this is gonna be the Sissoko game. I feel like this is
Stop it.
this is a game that
That is
Sissoko.
We're not
I mean,
playing
he
on an
hit-
aircraft
he hit-
carrier, you know that,
He
right?
hit good. He rebounded well last game. It's like a rock fight rebounding game. Like, to win this game, we need it to kind of be a Sissoko game.
Yeah.
So he needs to come out of the woodwork. I could see. Don't
You're a
sleep on Madi.
psycho, dude. Yeah.
Don't sleep on Madi.
You're a psycho.
I do think
Oh my
I do
God.
think that there's something to be said for his minutes getting cut significantly, maybe lighting a fire under his ass a little bit. But to that point, you got to keep him on the bench
Oh yeah.
to kind of keep that fire lit. That way he knows that he's still, fighting for minutes. So I don't think you're wrong. I think in a game like this, or we think it's going to be, you have to have those guys banging and hustling and fighting for balls. And that is what Sissoko is. If he has a strength, that is probably what it is. But yeah, I think that's, we're going to need a lot of that. And not just from Sissoko, but from others. Yeah, we stay out of foul
AJ needs to
trouble.
play AJ ball. He needs
Yeah.
to go to the rim,
Yeah.
attack the rim.
Yeah.
Stop with long twos.
The
Long
foul line
2U.
jump shot is driving me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
To just stop, pull up, fade away from the foul line is just not what he needs to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if Mississippi State's going to turn the ball over, we just got to take advantage of that. Rebound strongly, box out, on the defensive side to stop them from getting to their offensive rebounds. But they're going to play good defense, and that's going to take, that's going to take strong games like you said, Hogard, Akins, and Tyson, and
We really need Akins
I'm
to
just-
find a shot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, 10 minutes, 7 rebounds. Sissoko last game.
yeah, he
Not
played
bad.
well. He played well last game. There's no doubt
If he
about
can
it.
play well in a limited portion,
Even though he fouled
that's-
out. Yeah.
I think you might as well just I don't, if he fouls out and uses those fouls well, I mean,
I would agree with
I
that.
think he could be a major player, a major spark for this game.
I want to see Holloman picking more fights too. That was awesome.
That was cool.
That
That
was
was cool.
sick.
Yeah, that was good to see. I'm so
That
tired
got
of
him some
Edie.
points.
I'm so
Mhm.
tired of Edie. I'm so tired of Purdue and Edie, man. That just the way that they get officiated and all that is just, it's such crap. I guess predictions for this one. Do we want to look at just this game? Do we want to look at predictions for MSU as a whole?
I feel like we start with this game, and I mean, I guess they could very easily. Our predictions for the future will be very obvious after some of our answers.
I mean, I think I can answer this very simply. Win on Thursday, and then we're bounced on Saturday. That is what I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think that's probably what it's going to be across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed we're so obviously losing this game.
You
Like,
think so?
It's gonna be such a classic rock fight that we lose. Like it's gonna be a really annoying loss where it's gonna be the classic. Wow, if like a couple more, if like Akins could have made one or two more baskets, we would have won. If it's just gonna be one of those games. Like we had a very encouraging loss, which we've had some very encouraging losses
There's
this
no
year,
such thing.
Yeah.
followed up by not encouraging losses. And I could see this being
Yeah.
the not encouraging loss.
That's
The
true.
the classic 15-4 at the 16-minute mark in the first half before the first media timeout. I don't know any reason why we should think otherwise, unfortunately. But if we win this game, like it's the weird thing to me is that I have I don't think Mississippi State has any better or any worse chance of beating us than North Carolina. Like I have the same amount of confidence for no matter who we play.
Interesting.
Like because we can beat good teams, but we can also just lose to bad teams. Like it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
depends who shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think they'll win this game. It's one of those games I really just think you have to look in the mirror and say, you know, Tom
We're
Izzo's
the
our
MSU.
coach. We're Michigan State.
Yeah.
They play better in the underdog role. And I don't know if they're going to be true underdogs in this game or not.
We're favored.
Are we? Okay. Either way, it's an upset in terms of the seed lines. I just think like this is a game, if you have any pride in what you are and you want to erase some of the bad from this season, you have to have some pride and win. And I think Michigan State will do that. I don't know who Mississippi State's coach is. I know it's not Tom Izzo. I know it's not a caliber coach of Tom Izzo. I just think this is a game that Michigan State will find a way to win. It's one of those games that I could see us cruising, like, where it's really never close, but we win by 10 at the end.
A lot of those this year.
Or it's going to be like we're down 16-5 or 20-5 within the first 5 minutes, like Indiana or something, and then we'll kind of crawl our way back, but we'll still lose. I don't see them blowing us out. I don't really see us blowing them out. I don't know. I think they'll win though. That my guess is that they'll win. I just think you find a way to get this one done, and then obviously whatever happens after that is what happens. I mean, you're playing a 1 seed, so chances of winning are slim. But it's like you said, Nikki. Like we can beat anybody on any given day, but we can also lose to
show
anybody,
up. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
I think
That's the thing. We didn't show up all year. Yeah.
If we beat MSU, if we beat Rocket Watts old school, I think we'll beat North Carolina.
Wow. Okay.
I do have another prediction.
Good
I
poll,
can predict
yeah.
what the score will be before the game starts.
Okay.
0-0.
I knew that's where you were going. I heard you. I heard you say that. He was like,
okay, here we go.
Yeah, you were buying into that. I was like, he said before the game starts. Hold on.
You nailed it. I mean, you got me. You got me good there. Okay, yeah. Do we want to get into? I know we're gonna fill out our own bracket. We're gonna do Miss the Vis. Do we want to get into our Final Fours?
Yeah, let's do
The
it.
3 of us. So I'll let Travis go first.
All right. Well, when I was filling out earlier, I had UConn going back there. I had Arizona going up against them, and then I had Kentucky and Tennessee facing off in the other one.
UConn, Arizona, Kentucky, and Tennessee. I don't think that's far off from mine. Nikki, what do you have?
Mine's so lame. It's North Carolina, UConn, Kentucky, Kansas, North Carolina over Kentucky in the title.
Yeah, I had Tennessee over Arizona in the title.
All right. For mine, I've got UConn, Duke. I don't know why. It just feels like a Duke year where they're going to make a run to the Final Four. Tennessee. And then Arizona. And I didn't get as far as who I think is going to win, but I think UConn is going to repeat.
Can't hate it. Yeah.
This would be so lame.
Makes
I
sense.
hate UConn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just meant to pick like it makes sense.
Yeah. It would be nice to get some UConn revenge in the Final Four.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Yeah. It would be nice, but
Would also be nice to beat Mississippi State.
yeah, let's just,
Yeah, one at a time. One at
Yeah.
a time.
One at a time. Okay, so for Miss the Vis, we're gonna go through the bracket and see if he can name the nicknames of each of the tournament teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miss the Vis.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna go down east, west, south, midwest. So UConn,
UConn is the Huskies.
Stetson,
Hatters.
Nikki, is that right? Let's just assume it's right. We'll go back and check.
Yeah,
if we
I
need
mean,
to.
it was pretty confident.
We should be a little organized here. Yeah. No.
Florida Atlantic.
Owls.
Yep. Northwestern.
Wildcats.
San Diego State.
Aztecs.
University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Blazers.
I believe that's right. Auburn.
Tigers.
Yale.
Bulldogs.
BYU.
Cougars.
Duquesne.
Oops.
Illinois.
Fighting Illini.
Morehead State.
I believe they're the Eagles.
Yep, that's right.
Nice. Washington State.
Cougars.
Drake.
Bulldogs.
Iowa State.
Cyclones.
South Dakota State.
Jackrabbits.
Yep. North Carolina.
Tar Heels.
Howard.
Bison.
Wagner.
Seahawks.
Mississippi State.
Bulldogs.
Michigan State.
Spartans.
St. Mary's.
Gales.
Grand Canyon.
Antelopes.
Jeez, oh Pete's. Alabama.
Who's the Tide?
College of Charleston.
Cougars.
Clemson.
Tigers.
New Mexico.
Bows.
Baylor.
There's
Colgate.
Raiders.
Toothpaste.
What'd you say, Nick?
What'd you say?
It's a toothpaste.
Oh. Nick, has he gotten any wrong yet?
No.
Okay. Okay. Colgate Raiders. Dayton.
Flyers.
Nevada.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, nice. Arizona.
Wildcats.
Long Beach State.
I believe they're the 49ers.
I think that's right too.
I'm looking it up. Yep.
Okay, clean sweep of the east and west sides of the bracket. Let's move over to the south and midwest. I'll start with the playing games on this one. Montana State.
Bobcats.
Okay. Boise State.
Broncos.
Grambling.
Tigers.
Colorado.
Buffaloes.
Yep. And then I missed on the other side. Virginia.
Cavaliers.
Colorado State.
Rams.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. I think Long Beach State changed their mascot to a shark
Oh,
That was a chip.
4 years ago. Now they just go by Beach Athletics.
It sounds really fucking weird.
let's see.
Yeah. Here, you keep going. I'm gonna do some more research into this.
Okay. Houston.
Cougars.
Longwood.
Lancers.
Nebraska.
Cornhuskers.
Texas A&M.
Aggies.
Wisconsin.
Badgers.
James Madison.
Dukes,
Yep. Duke,
Blue Devils,
Vermont,
Catamounts,
Texas Tech,
Red Raiders,
NC State,
Wolfpack,
Kentucky,
Wildcats,
Oakland University,
Golden Grizzlies.
yep.
I
Florida.
thought you were gonna just say Grizzlies, and I was gonna get you.
You said Florida,
Yep.
Gators,
Marquette.
Golden Eagles,
Oh, good. Nice. Western Kentucky.
Hilltoppers,
Yeah. Purdue,
Boilermakers,
Utah State,
Aggies,
TCU,
Horned Frogs,
Gonzaga,
Bulldogs, or
McNeese
Zags,
State.
whichever one you want to go. Cowboys.
And who's their coach?
That would be what's his name? Will dude that used to coach at LSU.
Yeah,
Will Wade. Wade, yeah.
Nice.
New Vanderbilt
Kansas.
coach. Jayhawks.
Yep. Sanford,
Bulldogs.
South Carolina,
Gamecocks.
Oregon,
Ducks.
Creighton,
Blue Jays.
Akron,
Zips.
Texas,
Longhorns.
Tennessee,
Volunteers.
and St. Peter's.
Peacocks.
Wow.
Holy shit. So it looks like Long Beach just goes by beach. So they're just
That's fucking stupid. I like
Yeah.
my answer better.
40. Oh, no, wait. 49er remains in formal nickname and identifier, but their old mascot, Prospector Pete, was retired in spring of 2018.
Oh,
So you can
one of
still
those
use the
things. One of those
49ers.
things.
You
Wow.
can still use the 49ers. Okay.
A
You're
clean
good.
sweep from
That's
Travi.
nice. Nice.
Wow, an impressive missed of this showing.
Was not that difficult of a field this year. A lot of times there's a bunch of random ass teams they'll throw in there like the banana slugs and shit like that. Yeah.
I mean, Long Beach State,
I'm telling you, I would not have gotten Stetson,
Grand Canyon.
UAB. I would have probably struggled with. Duquesne, I wouldn't have gotten. Morehead State, I wouldn't have gotten. Drake, I don't think I would have gotten. Howard and Wagner, I would not have gotten. St. Mary's, I don't think I would have gotten. Grand Canyon, I would not have gotten. Colgate, I don't think I would have gotten. Long Beach State, I wouldn't have gotten. St. Peter's, no. McNeese State, Sanford, Grambling, Montana State, Vermont, that would have been a tough one.
Yeah, that's a weird
Longwood.
one.
There's almost 10 to 15 I would not have gotten. So
Fair enough.
pretty impressive, Trev.
Fair enough. I know all. No.
That'll help with your downward spiral, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Yep, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
All right. I'm gonna looking to get the bracket pulled up.
All right, so we gotta do some rules here. I think we gotta like 2 out. If we're at a point where there's not a consensus pick, we gotta do like 2 out of 3.
Oh no, we
Oh,
were
I
just gonna
thought-
do
no,
you go
yeah.
one, then I do the next.
Each
Oh, we're
person
just gonna
picks
do it
individually.
live.
That's the way we were doing it. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
Now I'm allowed to look at the bracket, right? Or Nick, you pulling up your
Yeah. I'm gonna start this
Great,
here.
yeah.
Start. Hey, you need to enable screen sharing.
not be recording when you're asking me
I'll
that.
just edit. Yeah, I will just edit.
Yeah,
down
just
this.
put it in later. Just put it in later. Oh, you want me to? Okay.
Yeah, no, do it now so we can.
Yeah, we can do
live
that.
Do it.
It's fine. This is not our best episode, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
It's not great when we're doing a Mississippi State preview, and the first thing is, well, I haven't really watched a lot of them. You know?
Yeah,
me
I mean,
neither.
yeah, I could name I could not name one player on Mississippi State.
Yeah, I was gonna say none of us had any of that.
That is true.
Hey, yeah, Johnny. Johnny is pretty good, right?
At this point, this
Nick,
team
try
is
again.
just
Yeah.
so infuriating. This
Oh,
basketball
wait, hold
season's been
on.
a drag.
I just can't like talk about them anymore. Like what
Oh
else?
my God. It's like I have nothing else to say.
Like we can't just go into this. We can't go into we put the season behind us. We're new men.
That's
All right, I
right.
guess we don't need to do the we don't
Oh,
need
you
to share
should
the
be able to
screen.
do it. You should be able to do it
Oh,
now.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah, we're back. Sweet.
All right, here we go, baby. This is what we're talking about.
All right, so yeah, we'll go me, Travis, Winston.
Perfect.
So UConn, Sesson. I'm gonna go UConn.
Let's go Northwestern in that one. Just
Nice,
watched
I like
FAU
that.
play last week. Yeah, in person.
Northwestern, FIU.
They were
Let's name off
Yeah.
the games or like the teams before we choose.
Okay.
San Diego State, UAB. I will take San Diego State.
Auburn, Yale. I'll go Yale. No, I'll go Auburn.
Nice.
All right. BYU, Duquesne. I'm gonna go BYU. They've been ranked all year. Why not?
Illinois, Morehead State. I'll go Illinois.
It's really, really shocking picks so far.
Not a great.
Washington
not a
State,
great.
Drake.
Not a great bracket. Yeah,
Yeah, this is not a great.
I'll
There's
go
not really
Drake.
great
I'll go
upset
Drake.
teams here.
I'll go
I like
Drake.
that one, Nikki. Iowa State, South Dakota State. Iowa State's on a tear. I gotta go there. Cyclones. Yeah.
I like that team.
Now we're gonna do our region.
All right, UNC over Howard or Wagner. Who's the
Ooh.
lucky person, Nikki?
You know what? I'll choose Michigan State. I can't. That'd be so messed up.
You can't choose Mississippi State on the Spartan Savants podcast.
Really? Okay. St. Mary's Grand Canyon. I am going to go with the upset here. We're going Antelopes, baby.
You got to have a 12 versus 5. Okay. College of Charleston, Alabama. I want to pick College of Charleston.
I would too.
I'm gonna pick Alabama. I want to.
I want to, but I can't.
That makes me
New
think I
Mexico. Clemson, New Mexico. I'm choosing New Mexico.
shouldn't. Okay, nice.
Baylor and Colgate. I'll give that one to Baylor.
Nevada, Dayton. I will take Nevada. There's my upset for you.
Mm.
Arizona State, Long Beach State. I'll do Arizona. All right.
Houston and Longwood. Definitely Houston.
Oh, Nebraska
The
versus
Trev Albert Bowls. Yeah.
Oh, I'll take Texas A&M. I like
Nebraska,
Hoiberg.
Texas A&M.
I
Could
like
go
everything.
A&M.
Oh, Nikki gets this one, huh?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Wisconsin,
Cool.
JMU. I mean, JMU, obviously.
Nice.
They can't like they beat us. It would be so annoying if they got
Yeah.
bounced by Wisconsin.
Okay, Duke, Vermont. I kind of want to, but I can't. I gotta go Duke. Yeah.
That would have been really ballsy.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas Tech, NC State. I feel like NC State's a sexy pick with everything they've been doing. I don't. You don't like to fall in those traps. I'll take NC State though. Fuck it.
Wow, Kentucky, Oakland. I really want to go Oakland. Yeah, that's why not.
If it wasn't Kentucky, I would, but
I'll go Oakland.
okay, interesting. We're getting bold here. I'm gonna stay kind of safe here and go Florida. Florida over Boise or Colorado.
I'll take Marquette over Western Kentucky.
All right, that's our first round. Now we're going back up to the east.
Wait, did we do the
UConn,
Midwest?
I feel like we missed a region. Yeah.
We need to do the Midwest. Purdue over
Yeah, this is
Grambling
me.
State or Montana State.
Utah State, TCU. I cover the Horned Frogs. I gotta go Horned Frogs.
Nice. A lot of 9s over 8s. I will take McNeese State to beat Gonzaga.
I'm gonna go Can't. You know what? I'm gonna go
Okay,
Sanford.
this is a lot of upsets.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, Kansas. You're right. That's
we're
crazy.
getting out of control here. Okay, South Carolina and Oregon. Nick, I didn't even pick you. What are you doing?
I accidentally clicked that. I can change it.
Yeah, go South Carolina. They played in the tougher conference, more tested.
Akron versus Creighton. I will take Creighton. I like
Let's
that
go
team.
straight for the 14.
Texas, UVA, or Colorado State. I would take Colorado State over Texas, but Texas over UVA. I'll go Texas.
Tennessee, St. Peter's. I have Tennessee in my Final Four. Actually, I had Tennessee winning it, so I got to go Tennessee there.
All right.
All right, now we're in the second round.
Starting in the East.
Yep.
All right. UConn versus Northwestern. I'm taking UConn there.
San Diego State, Auburn. I'm gonna go Auburn.
BYU, Illinois. I'm going to go Illinois. That one just reminds me of teams that BYU has struggled with this year.
Iowa State, Drake. I'll take Iowa State. I like the
Interstate
clones.
matchup. Yeah.
Iowa State and Illinois are not in the same states.
Iowa State and Drake are, though.
Iowa State and Drake.
Nice.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh,
Nikki gets to pick the Michigan State game twice.
oh, Michigan State. If we're beating Mississippi State, we're beating North Carolina.
You did say that.
I'm gonna go Alabama over Grand Canyon in that one.
You say over Grand Canyon?
Yes, over Grand Canyon. Yes.
I thought you said I'm going to go
Alabama,
Alabama or Grand Canyon. I was like, yeah, hey, you have to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna cop out. Yeah, it's a
All
tie.
right.
Yeah. Coin flip.
Baylor versus New Mexico. I'll take Baylor.
Nevada versus Arizona. Probably Arizona.
Houston and A&M. That is definitely Houston.
Houston's good. I had
compared to A&M. Yeah.
James Madison versus Duke. I'll take Duke.
Duke's over the
Right.
Duke. Duke over the Dukes. NT State. Oakland. I mean, I got them going. I got them in
Great
Kentucky.
year
Why
for
can't they?
Oakland.
Why can't they beat NC
Florida-
State?
Florida over Marquette. Yeah, Florida and Marquette.
Nice.
Florida went. Or sorry, I meant the other way. I was just reading it wrong.
Oh,
I'm
Marquette
picking,
over
I'm picking Marquette over Florida. I went
Darn.
to say Florida and Marquette, and I said Florida over Marquette.
All right. Purdue versus TCU. I mean, I want so bad Purdue to lose this early, but I don't think TCU is going to be the team that does it. I'll take Purdue.
McNeese State and Kansas. I'll take Kansas.
All right. Now that sets up the Purdue loss next round.
South Carolina, Creighton. Nikki's not going to like this. I'm going Creighton.
Why would not like that?
They're always your example of who the hell.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yes.
I don't like that.
I will take Tennessee to beat Texas.
All right. Now we're in the Sweet 16. UConn and Auburn. Probably UConn.
Illinois, Iowa State. I like Iowa State.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, Willie.
Obviously, this Michigan State Spartans.
Should I just put them to the championship?
I mean, look,
No one wants
they're going to play Baylor in the next round, who we've already beaten. Who's going
Or Arizona that we
Oh,
lost by
we-
like 6. Yeah.
Is it my turn now? Yeah. Baylor, Arizona. Yeah, I'll do Arizona. I just think Baylor sucks. I don't think Baylor's going to get this far just
I kind of
because
agree.
how we just ass blasted them. Like it's hard to like take them
Ass
seriously.
blasted. That's good.
All
That's I'm still going to stick with Houston in that one. I think
Duke.
their defense keeps them going. I don't see any of those teams in that bracket beating them for that section of the region.
Fair. All right, really better make the right choice. Oakland
I'm sorry
Marquette.
to say this is where the Oakland's
The
carriage turns
Grizzlies
into
are
a
done.
pumpkin. I'm going to take Marquette over the Grizzlies.
It was fun
Again,
while it
just
lasted.
how we beat Marquette last year, I just can't take them seriously. I know that was a year ago, but
It's
like,
so funny.
Like,
It
Lot
was a
changes.
totally different season.
A lot changes in a year, let me tell you.
all right, Purdue, Kansas. Obviously,
You know the right way to pick. Yeah. There.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Purdue is going to be lucky if they get that far.
Creighton, Tennessee. We're going Tennessee.
Nice.
UConn, Iowa State. You know what? Iowa State. They're good.
They are good.
Oh, fuck you, Vess. If you don't.
Oh, this
Oh, you
He's
just
like-
changed it. You just changed it to Baylor.
You did just
Oh.
change it to Baylor.
Oh. Yeah, I wanted to be easier.
I mean, well, that's what I was gonna say. If you picked Baylor, I was gonna say, well, we beat them once, why not again? This is a revenge game. We had them on the
Okay,
ropes.
Nice.
We completed
Believe
this
we
time.
manufactured this. All right. I've got
All
Kansas.
right.
It's just for the bid at this
Now you
point.
got
Yeah,
UConn
yeah.
I've got
versus
Houston,
Marquette.
Marquette. I'll take Houston.
Honestly, I just made that
Man.
pick for the bit. Yeah.
Kansas, Tennessee. Man, I feel like Rick Barnes is such a choker at Kansas.
Fair
I
enough.
agree.
Fair enough.
All right, Iowa State, Michigan State.
I mean, do I do it?
I mean, you better not have us losing to Iowa State. I can tell you that.
I actually had us losing a lot earlier, but oh man. I don't know, like for
We've already
the
beaten so many good teams at this point.
I know. Well, for the show, I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, I don't think we win that one.
Well, I don't think we'd win a lot of games to get
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
I don't think we
Fine,
went.
fucking
We went against Mississippi State.
hit the goddamn button, then, Nick.
Okay, that's nope, wrong button.
Yeah.
Willie,
Houston.
and it's up to me.
Can't believe we did this.
I mean,
Nobody's taking this.
Hey, there goes our
I mean,
credibility.
we already made the national title. I might as well. We made the Final Four. I might as well win Okay. All right.
Man.
So Michigan State. Well, how many total points will be scored in the championship game?
40.
40.
128.
I'm not entering this one to win. I'm not splitting it with you guys. We can, if we win the $1 billion, we can split it.
Really?
We can
Is-
split it
What if
three
it was a
ways.
perfect bracket?
That's what I'm saying.
There's only one perfect bracket left.
It's got Michigan
Submitted
State
by
over
Ditto.
Houston in the championship.
Oh my god.
Oakland Marquette. Didn't Oakland beat Marquette this year?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's respectable Final Four, honestly. Iowa State, Michigan State, Houston, Kansas.
If you took out the seeds,
Yeah. If you just went on names, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'd be like, okay, Iowa State.
18 and 14, Michigan State winning the national championship. Yeah, okay.
19 and 14.
Well, I guess at that
what's
point,
the,
at that
what's the
point,
difference?
we'd
You
be
didn't,
like-
you didn't make it to 20. What's the
At
difference?
that point, we'd be 25. We'd have 25 wins. So it would be 25-14.
Oh, I mean, if they just get past Mississippi State, I mean, come on.
I mean, if we just get past Mississippi State, then we get past UNC, then we get past Duke, then we get past Arizona, then we get past Iowa State, then we get past Houston, then we're the national champion. It's not that crazy.
Well, there you go, folks. Michigan State, Iowa State, Houston, and Kansas. Michigan State versus Houston in the finals with Michigan
Somehow.
State to win. That is
Somehow.
the Spartan Savants official bracket for the 2024
That's right.
tournament. A bit of a short episode for us,
I-
but that's all I've got. I mean, we were kind of talking. I just have nothing more to say about this basketball team. I mean, we could go on and on. We're at a point where none of us have watched Mississippi State play. I can't in good conscience provide a good preview with that game outside of what's already on the internet. And everything that's been
basically.
said about this basketball team has been said on this podcast
100
It's like,
times.
At what point do we just say here we're in the tournament now? If they win, I think that opens up a really good next episode for us. How about that? And if they lose, then another soggy.
Then we
sour
don't have to ever talk about this team again.
Yeah, right. Then it's on to football officially.
Yeah, football's back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm saying this team, like this specific.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. I'm just
It's really a
saying.
win-win.
Who would have thought back in, I don't know, November we'd be like, oh hey, thank God football's back and basketball's almost over.
No, that was literally was
yeah.
the nightmare scenario.
This was supposed to be a reprieve from football, and it just has not even been close.
It's been honestly, it might have been worse.
Yeah, no, it was 100%.
Like football was like I didn't care after Mel got fired.
Well, yeah, in football, the expectations were so low. I feel like we were kind of hoping that Mel would bounce back and maybe get 7 or 8 wins. And then he got fired the third week of the year. And it was like, okay, well, we're obviously going to suck now. And then that Washington game happened and we really knew we were going to suck.
That was the first episode of the Savants.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
It was.
We sure have.
Well, the first one we aired.
Yeah. Well,
the first one we aired, we had a couple trial runs that did not make it to the internet.
Yeah.
The lost tapes.
We're the lost episodes.
The
Remember, maybe
we take
remember
those to the
our,
grave.
Yeah. Remember when we did predictions for the Michigan State basketball team, and I had like Jaden Akins winning Wooden Player of the Year.
Oh my god!
We had Tyson Walker as Player of the Year. Jeremy Fears as Sixth Man of the Year.
Mikey had Cohen Carr as a one and done.
Yes, he did. That was true. We should go back and look at those and maybe talk about them next episode and see how far we were off.
Good call.
I mean, we were off on everything. That is going to be a
thing.
bloodbath.
I mean,
bloodbath.
I mean,
the expectation was
winning
Final
the Big
Four.
Ten.
Yeah, I think something along the lines of Final Four or bust for this team.
I think it was
And
national
here we are.
champion or bust.
Selection.
It was like I'm going to be mad.
James Madison's just one game. Don't panic.
And then we're sweating it out on Selection Sunday.
Oh, James, we lost to Duke and James Madison. We're like 1-4.
The group chats were going off on Sunday. Oh my gosh. Everybody just we didn't make it. We didn't make it.
I knew we'd make it. Nick was texting everyone that how nervous he was. I knew we'd make it.
Yeah.
I knew we would make it. I was just trying to rile up an audience.
They had teams projected behind us as higher seeds than you would think they were going to be. So I was like,
well, there was a lot of places were saying that we were one of the last 4 in, and then we just weren't. That.
Yeah.
Like, people need to relax a little bit, trying to stir up drama, which I guess is their job, but we weren't missing the tournament.
No.
All right, well, that should do it for Spartan Savants heading into the tournament. We will talk to you guys when we talk to you. It'll probably be shortly after whenever the Michigan State game is, whether it's a win or a loss. But for Willie, Nikki, and Trav, we will see you guys soon. Go green.
Go white.
White.